A couple of weeks ago, BougeRV contacted us about some awesome floor mats that they had for our Tesla Model Y. As it turned out, we were just about to leave for our major 3,100-mile road trip, so we were super excited to get them. Let's take a look at the product and how it did for us. Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. So as you might or might not know, and you can check it out if you haven't seen it yet, we did a 3,100-mile road trip from Athens, Georgia to Brownsville, Texas, to Boca Chica to see the SpaceX Starship launch, and also to Austin, Texas to see the Gigafactory in Texas. It was an amazing trip. It was really long. It was very, very dirty in the car. So we ended up creating a mess because, of course, we were going to the beach and everything like that. So we were tracking sand and dirt and mud and everything else into the car. And so as it turned out, the timing of getting these floor mats was absolutely impeccable, and it saved our butts in terms of the trip itself. One quick note, of course, BougeRV sent me these for free. I don't have to return them, so that's a lovely thing. And also there's a product referral link in the description. If you go shopping and end up buying some, I get a very small commission for it, so just to be very clear about it all. Anyway, let's take a look at videos of the product in action, and then I'll come back and do my final review of it. All right, I got my helper Diesel here. He's helping me open up this package. I'm very excited to see what we got. All right. Yeah, no problem on the shipping front. Are you gonna be the foreman? Are you gonna tell me what it's gonna look like? Yeah, you do that, buddy. All right. Oh yeah, some awesome. These are heavy duty, man. These weigh a good chunk. I think I opened it backwards. I didn't want to dump them out. So, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super cool, right?
Yeah.
So this is obviously the driver's side. And
That part was
the rear passenger compartment. And
those are very heavy duty.
These are super heavy. This is going to be great. If we go to Texas, this is going to be fantastic because all that sand and crap that we get in here is just going to be right in here. Take it out, whack it, and it's all taken care of. So anyway, next step, installing these and checking out what they look like in the Tesla. All right, so let's take a look at these guys compared to each other. So I literally just got back from the car wash. And one of the problems with these, regular mats that you get with the car normally is that even coming from the car wash, it's a pain in the butt. It's got all sorts of stuff. You can see, however, this guy fits in very snugly. And I'll put the other ones in. I just already had this one in here. It's not going to go anywhere in terms of moving. And obviously with a lip around the edge of everywhere, even if you spilled a Coke in here or something, right? If you spilled soda, it would just pool here. You could lift it out very carefully, of course, and dump it. So that is fantastic. So let's move around to the back. Just gonna put these guys in here for temporary. Anyway, the other advantage, of course, is that, if and when, like in 10 years, we decide to sell the car. Sorry, I put these guys back here because everything's got pollen on it. Literally everything has pollen on it right now. So if it touches the ground, it's gonna have pollen on it. And since I just cleaned the car, I don't really want to do that. So anyway, the back, for anybody who doesn't know, or hasn't looked, it's kind of a unique thing. The back piece that's in a Model Y is a unitary piece. It's not two pieces. Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and put it down there. It's a little harder to do one-handed than it would be if I was, everybody left me today. And I was like, hey guys, I want to do a video. And they're like, you'll be fine, do it on your own. So anyway, so yeah, got a little, again, super easy to do if I had two hands. Not so easy to do with one hand. All right, there we go. So again, super nice. Got the logo there, which is kind of cool. And again, this entire back unit is completely sealed. It's got a raised lip everywhere. So if, certainly if you have mud or something, if you're coming in from outside and, just have really dirty feet. I don't know what it is around here, but literally like the foot pads get dirty every single day. So just realized I haven't, that was one spot I forgot to clean when I was cleaning it off in the car wash. But anyway, this fits super snugly. I'm moving it with my hand. It's not going anywhere. And this should collect the dirt and actually reduce the number of times I have to go to the car wash, because a lot of times I go just for the foot pads, because they have a machine that lets you kind of vibrates or whatever. But anyway, these guys should be much, much easier because see, I mean, literally I just cleaned this off and I got in the car and it's already got more dirt on it. So at least in an environment where there's a lot of pollen and other nastiness, this stuff makes a whole lot of sense. All right. So once again, you can see I just took a second to put it on with two hands because it's easier. This is not going anywhere. It's very, very solid. And again, raised on every edge. So it's gonna catch mud, it's gonna catch dirt, it's gonna catch whatever. You can pick it up, you can just sort of dump it if it's just a light amount of dirt, but if it's really a big deal, you can obviously take it and you can wash it out with a hose or something, because it's just rubber and it's recycled rubber, so it's environmentally friendly. So yeah, fantastic, right? So there's the front, there's the back, and there's the passenger side, which has already started to collect stuff. It's just amazing. Humans are dirty. I guess the world is a dirty place. So anyway, so I highly recommend these. Use cases, obviously, if you were driving this as a taxi service, this would be a no-brainer. You'd have to have something like this to protect your car. If you have small children who like to eat Oreos in the backseat, or not Oreos, sorry, Cheerios in the backseat, let's be healthy a little bit. But anyway, you know how kids are. Kids make a mess. And so having this nice thing in the back would be fantastic, because you can just take it out once a week and just kind of smack it and all the junk will fall out. So yeah, for that. And I don't know why, I don't know if we're just slobs or if our shoes just constantly get junk on them, but I'm constantly tracking stuff into this car with my feet. So for that circumstance also, I don't think there's any reason not to have these in there. And the other really nice thing about this is now, you know, in 7 or 8 or 10 years or whenever we decide to sell this car, we'll have very clean mats, because I'll put these in the garage, and so they will look like new if these guys are looking a little bit ratty by then. Although honestly, I don't see how they would wear out. Just give them a good cleaning and they should be fine in 7 or 8 or 10 years. So actually should probably increase the resale value of the car too, because people usually like that kind of stuff. So anyway, highly recommended. We are going to take a road trip with it very soon, so we'll give you a little bit more of an update on that after we do the road trip. But I'm very, very pleased with this. They fit super snugly. They don't move at all. The treads in there, it's like no slip. It should be super easy to clean and maintain, and that's all to the good. Well, a little impromptu trip to the beach just to show how awesome these car mats are. That's a lot of sand. Just take it out, dump it, and all good. I'm gonna go ahead and wait till we have a few more trips in. Not really worth dumping it in the meantime, but here you can see, yeah, perfectly clean, roady and sandy, very nice. Thumbs up. All right, so we did a little bit of an unexpected 3,000-mile road trip, and these mats saved our butts. So we were in the sand, we were in the muck, we were in the mess. I mean, look, all of that would have been just jammed into the car mats. But instead, I'm gonna do this carefully so I don't spill it by accident. But look at that, super clean. No problem at all, nothing spilled. Absolutely perfect. The back and the passenger seat aren't quite as bad, but you can see, even though nobody was back here, you can see there was junk that was here, trapped in there. Passenger seat, which again isn't quite as bad, but again, you can see a lot of sand and junk and everything. And look at that, oh, so clean underneath. So thank you. Thank goodness for these car mats, and thank goodness for the timing of getting them. I think we would have had a complete disaster otherwise. I'm gonna take the car to the car wash and just kind of knock these things out. I don't even think I'll really necessarily need to wash them, because this is all just sand. So first of all, look at how shiny clean that all is. And second of all, I just flipped it over and knocked it a couple times. Yes, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's in very good shape. No problem at all. This is a wonderful lifesaver. So happy we have these guys. And again, driver's side, perfectly clean. Sorry, the sun's a little bright, but super, super clean. And this guy, just a quick turn upside down and knock. Just basically do that, and it's in really good shape. And if it gets too dirty, of course, you can just take a hose and hose it off. Fan-friggin-tastic. So as I'm sure you saw, these mats fit the car perfectly. They're really, really wonderful. They have little lips on the side so that they catch everything. I mean, literally, the mats themselves, especially the driver side, was completely full of like sand and dirt and stuff. And I lifted it up and there was nothing underneath. Perfectly clean. Really, really great. Just took it outside, gave it a couple of whacks on the back, and all the dirt fell out. I didn't actually hose it off or anything, but you know, obviously, since it's made out of recycled rubber, you can do whatever you want to it. So my basic review is the mats saved our butts on the trip itself. So that was really wonderful. I think the one thing I would say about rubberized floor mats as opposed to kind of the plush ones is they're a little bit harder on the feet, but I mean, that's just a general trade-off that you make because of course you have the durability and you have the fact that it catches mud and dirt and all of that kind of stuff. And the trade-off, of course, is not like super soft when you're driving barefoot on the road or something, but that's a perfectly good trade-off, especially if you happen to abuse your car like we do ours. As I'm sure you've seen if you've watched this channel for a while, we tend to go on a lot of really crazy road trips and do weird things. And so it's really, really ideal for us to have these floor mats because they're so perfect for our usage. I also really like kind of the deepness of all the treads so that it pulled a lot of the dirt into it. So like basically where your feet are, it's not really contacting the dirt. It kind of falls into the treads in between. So that's really nice as well. And also the backseat ones have a TSL kind of like logo across the middle of it, which is pretty cool. I don't spend an awful lot of time in the backseat of the car, but that's a really cool thing when you look inside and you're like, you see TSL. It's really kind of a neat little logo thing. So overall, absolutely love these mats. They're amazing. The fact that they have the little side edges and stuff that catch all the dirt, they really do catch all the dirt, and they make the car so much cleaner. They just make it feel cleaner because you're not sitting there looking at all the junk that's piled up into the, like, you know, those little plush mats that you usually get. So if you do any kind of adventure driving or anything like that, or frankly, if you just live in an environment that's dusty and dirty, it seems like, I don't know why. I don't know if Georgia's just a dirty environment or something, but it just seems like we always have dirt and dust and stuff. And of course, if you live in a northern or an environment where it gets cold and there's a lot of snow and sleet and slush and garbage like that, it would be absolutely ideal because of course the other stuff just eventually wears out the mats in your car. And as a final little bonus, I guess when you sold the car, you could of course flip these out and you could put the other ones back in again and it'll look brand new because you haven't hardly used them, right? So that's kind of a nice little bonus. Then again, I don't expect to sell this car for 10 years because it's such a good car, so who cares? All right, so I hope you found this episode fun and informative. If you did, please do like it and subscribe so other people can find it. Also, of course, don't forget about the link in the description. If you're in the market for floor mats like this, you definitely want to check it out. They are very low cost for the quality that you get, so that's a really wonderful thing. In the meantime, please do feel free to ask me questions or leave comments in the comments section, or you can use my email address, which is drknowitallknows@gmail.com. Till next time, bye-bye.